Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreath.
Welcome back to News Watch 12 midday, and we are bracing for some of the high impact from this particular storm system as it starts to move in. It's already moving in right now. I'll show you the progress of that on our satellite and radar imagery here in just a second. But ahead of all this, we have a winter storm warning that's in place for elevations above 1,500 feet on the west side and up in the mountains. And then we have expansive winter weather advisories in place for elevations above 500 feet. And then also we're going to track the impacts from the winds gusting out of the northwest upwards of 45 miles per hour. So that's why we have a wind advisory in place for the Klamath Basin and for the Great Basin. And that runs from 12 p.m. today to 6 p.m. this evening. So here are some of those impacts starting to come in from the northeast and, from the northwest, and then slowly drifting down to the southeast. And snow levels right now right around 4,000 feet, but they're going to fall a little bit later in the day. So I'll show you that with Stormcast. We'll put this in motion. We'll stop it right around the time you will be driving home from work or maybe headed out to dinner, whatever you're doing, right around 5 p.m. this evening. And this is right around the time where we could start to see some snow even in the Rogue Valley. And then it looks like we're going to get a bit of a break as we get closer to midnight, but here comes that next wave of snow. And this will primarily just be snow because snow levels are going to be so low during this time frame. But by the time we get to Tuesday morning, it is going to be a very treacherous commute on Interstate 5, on US 199, on Oregon 99, on Oregon 62, on Oregon 238. So all of these little highways and byways between all the towns in the News Watch 12 viewing area are going to see some snow. And again, we'll take a look at snow levels here in just a second. But by the time we get to lunchtime, looks like most of this starts to taper off. And then after that, the clouds will start to clear. And we'll have a clear night, a nice night for Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. If you look past the temperatures, these clear skies mean that it's going to be very, very cold. On to the rainfall totals now, and this is not going to be an especially wet storm system, so the high impacts are because of all the cold air above us, and that's what's compressing the atmosphere, and that's what's making these snow levels so low. So starting off right around 4,000 feet for right now, but then getting slashed in half to 2,000 feet by the time we get to around dinner time. Then it's going to be in between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. That's when we'll see the transition from rain into snow in elevations as low as Medford, and then they'll fall even further into the rest of the day on Tuesday. So that's when we could potentially even see some snowfall along the coast. Now, we're not expecting any substantial accumulations along the coast, maybe just trace amounts, but look at this, 2 to 3 inches for Grants Pass, a couple inches for Medford. That's going to be the big story. Some of these west side areas, some of these lower elevations that haven't seen snow thus far this wet season will finally get in the mix, including Hayes Hill, Sexton Summit, 4 to 6 inches there. And yes, we'll have another additional foot of snow up towards Crater Lake and Diamond Lake. So that really shouldn't be a shock there. So for today, everything approaching from the northwest, that is already happening. Winds, of course, will be a factor, especially on the east side. Snow levels dropping this evening into the overnight hours. It's going to be widespread snow into the overnight hours, and then there's going to be very rough travel into Tuesday morning. We'll actually have a nice day into Wednesday, but anything that melts on the roadways later on Tuesday will refreeze because temperatures are going to be so cold into Wednesday morning, so there will certainly be the concern for some black ice. Here's that 7-day forecast for the coast. We'll see some snow flurries likely on Tuesday morning. Again, not expecting any substantial accumulations. And then a very nice day for Wednesday, almost getting back up to 60 degrees. So a very quick turnaround between snow and feeling adjacent to spring. For Siskiyou County, we'll see snow showers likely for this evening into Tuesday, but drying out for Wednesday, then tracking another storm system for Thursday into Friday, and that one's looking even drier, likely not even touching the east side. So for the east side, we'll just pay attention to those temperatures for Wednesday morning. Potentially single digits there, potentially single digits for the Cascades and Siskiyous, where there are going to be some very treacherous driving conditions over the next 48 hours. And then for the Rogue Valley, expecting showers to start here momentarily, switching over to snow this evening, and then snow looking very likely into Valentine's Day morning.